Good morning. It is 8:11 a.m. on Friday, March 18th, 2022. And you know what day it is today? It's my niece's birthday. Happy birthday. I mean, she's probably not going to watch this video. I'm going to call her later. But, yeah, she's a cute little kiddo, and I'm very proud of her, and I'm excited that it's her birthday. But, in other news, let me think. I watched last night The Piano for the first time because it was, so this year, the movie with the most Oscar nominations is The Power of the Dog, and it's directed by Jane Campion, who had previously been nominated for Best Director for The Piano. And I had the thing that I had heard about The Piano was that it was kind of an art house movie and that you see Harvey Keitel's penis in it. Um, and those two things are true. I don't know. I have complicated feelings about it. I think it's interesting. I think it's a good movie. Um, Oddly, in some ways, the movie that it makes me think of more this year, though, than The Power of the Dog is Licorice Pizza. Not because there's an awful lot of tonal similarity necessarily, or subject matter similarity for that matter, but in the way that in the Piano you have basic premise is that if you haven't seen it is that we have Holly Hunter's character who cannot or even questionably just does not speak because it's suggested that she just decided one day when she was 6 to not talk anymore and just that's it. But so it's certainly treated as though she can't, but it's also, like I said, there's not like a traumatic thing that happened that we're told about or anything like that. In any case, she has a daughter, but the two of them have just been shipped off to New Zealand, where her father has married her off to a guy who's trying to settle there, and colonialism and all of that stuff. And she's not very happy about it. But one of the piano of the title is that she doesn't speak, but she does play the piano beautifully, and thinks of that kind of like her voice. And the marriage gets off to a rocky start when it's revealed that to get to the house is like several miles through dense jungle. And in some ways we can understand why she is so determined to have the piano brought right away, but we can also kind of get why he's saying, wait, I brought a bunch of people, but we're going to have to carry a whole piano through the jungle? Maybe, maybe on a second trip. But of course, it would be one thing if it was, maybe on a second trip, but it would also seems like he's sort of intending to just not do it at all. But in any event, things develop from there because she's got, she doesn't especially like him, but then he's got this friend slash neighbor slash employee. It's a little bit unclear, honestly. Played by Harvey Keitel. The husband played by Sam Neill. And there's, complicated behavior from everybody. And so the reason that it made me think of Licorice Pizza more than The Power of the Dog is that I think in The Power of the Dog, it's much more clear, certainly by the end of the movie. Like, it's been an examination of complicated characters, but I feel like the feelings about who those people are clear. Whereas in The Piano, it feels much more like we're seeing behavior from all of these people where, they're doing stuff that is like Holly Hunter's character, Ada, like, I don't know that what she does is bad at all as much as it's complicated and often stubborn to the point of against her own self-interest. Um, and then both of the men display sympathetic qualities, but also some not great behavior. And it's all very complicated and messy. And so, like Licorice Pizza, I feel like, see, the thing in Licorice Pizza is that the characters are kind of charming, but also we're certainly seeing behavior that is probably not great. And it's not clear that the movie is, like, the movie is sort of refusing to tell us how to feel about them. And so it feels more like that than in The Power of the Dog, where it feels like there's more of a definitive statement being made. Hmm. In any case, I'm going to leave it there. Got to get to work. I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.